What if I told you that the key to unlocking a richer, more fulfilling life lies in philosophies written over 2,000 years ago? Imagine harnessing ancient wisdom to navigate the complexities of modern life with grace and resilience. Stoicism, a philosophy founded in simplicity and reason, offers timeless lessons that can drastically enhance the way we live today. In this video, we dive into 50 Stoic rules for a better life, each one a stepping stone towards inner peace and clarity. From embracing challenges as stepping stones to building unshakable character, these principles are not just teachings of the past, they are living tools for a transformed present. Join us as we unravel these 50 Stoic rules, providing you with actionable insights and practical wisdom to craft a life of purpose and tranquility. Let's embark on this journey together, where each rule unfolds a layer of wisdom that will illuminate your path. So stay with us, because by the end of this video, you'll have a treasure trove of strategies to foster strength, serenity, and success in your daily life. Understanding control is the first, and perhaps most crucial, rule in applying Stoic philosophy to your life. At the heart of Stoicism is the concept of knowing the difference between what you can control and what you can't. Imagine standing at the helm of a ship, knowing that while you can control the sails and steer the ship in the right direction, you can't control the wind or the ocean currents. This is akin to Stoic thinking, which empowers us to focus on our thoughts, actions, and reactions while acknowledging that external events are often beyond our influence. By embracing this understanding, we relinquish the futile effort of trying to control the uncontrollable. This shift in perspective is liberating and lays the foundation for achieving true peace of mind. When we stop worrying about things outside our control, like other people's opinions or unexpected challenges, we free up mental space to focus on what genuinely matters and what we can change. This awareness reduces frustration and anxiety, allowing us to respond to life's events with calmness and clarity. In essence, by mastering the art of distinguishing between the spheres of control, we steer our life toward tranquility and resilience, crafting a mindset that is both proactive and peacefully accepting. The second rule is about embracing difficulties, which invites us to see challenges not as insurmountable obstacles but as opportunities for growth. Picture a gardener cultivating a rose bush who understands that the thorns are part of nurturing the beautiful blooms. In a similar fashion, Stoicism teaches us that difficulties are integral to our development. By approaching life's hardships with this perspective, we transform potential setbacks into stepping stones. When faced with a challenge, consider it a training ground for your resilience, much like an athlete views a tough workout as essential for building strength and endurance. This approach not only builds our tolerance to adversity, but also shifts our mindset towards proactive problem solving. Each difficulty becomes a teacher, guiding us toward greater wisdom and understanding. Moreover, by embracing these experiences, we cultivate a sense of gratitude for the lessons learned and the person we become through overcoming them. In turn, this mindset fosters resilience, allowing us to face future hardships with confidence and poise. By seeing difficulties as opportunities, we empower ourselves to grow stronger, transforming challenges into a powerful catalyst for personal evolution. The third rule focuses on practicing mindfulness, a core principle in Stoic philosophy that encourages living fully in the present moment. Imagine an artist who loses themselves in the flow of creation, where every brushstroke is a meditation on now. This mirrors the Stoic practice, which invites us to engage deeply with the present, letting go of distractions from past regrets or future anxieties. By channeling our attention to the here and now, we harness the power of mindfulness to calm a busy mind and reduce stress. Consider the simplicity of taking a deep breath or savoring the taste of your morning coffee. These small acts of mindfulness help ground us, promoting a sense of inner calm. Practicing mindfulness, as the Stoics advise, means routinely checking in with oneself, acknowledging our thoughts and feelings without judgment and focusing on our immediate surroundings. This practice fosters greater awareness of our actions and decisions, enabling us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. The benefits extend beyond stress reduction, enhancing our ability to appreciate life's simple pleasures and fostering a gratitude-filled mindset. By cultivating mindfulness, we step into life as active participants rather than passive observers, enriching our daily experiences with intention and clarity. As we embrace this Stoic rule, we create a balanced state of being, where each moment is an opportunity to live with purpose and peace. Cultivating gratitude is the fourth rule, a core tenet in Stoic philosophy that encourages us to appreciate what we have rather than focusing on what we lack. Imagine the fulfillment of a traveler who finds joy not in the distance left to travel, but in every step of the journey taken. This reflects the Stoic belief in the power of gratitude to transform our mindset. By acknowledging the abundance in our lives, we shift our perspective from a scarcity mindset to one of appreciation. Consider starting your day by reflecting on 3 things you're grateful for. This simple practice not only uplifts your mood but also primes your mind to notice the positives throughout the day. When facing challenges, gratitude enables us to reframe our narrative and seek the lessons amidst adversity. In a world often focused on acquiring more, Stoicism invites us to cherish what we have, fostering contentment and satisfaction. As we incorporate gratitude into our daily routine, perhaps through a gratitude journal or mindful reflections during quiet moments, we create a buffer against negative emotions. This practice empowers us to cultivate a resilient spirit, one that savors life's beauty and fosters a positive outlook. By embracing gratitude, we enrich our relationships and enhance our overall well-being, drawing from one of Stoicism's most profound teachings to live a fulfilling life. Living in accordance with nature is the 5th rule, a fundamental tenet of Stoic philosophy that calls us to align our lives with the natural order of the universe. Imagine a river effortlessly flowing along its course, adapting to the landscape without resistance. This illustrates the Stoic ideal of embracing the natural rhythms and cycles around us. By living in harmony with nature, we cultivate a sense of belonging and balance, acknowledging that we are part of a larger ecosystem. Consider how a tree grows, deeply rooted yet reaching towards the sky, embodying both stability and growth. In our lives, this means recognizing and respecting the interconnectedness of all things. By doing so, we foster not only our personal well-being but also the greater good of our communities and the world at large. This principle extends beyond environmental consciousness, encouraging us to honor our inherent nature by embracing authenticity in our choices and actions. When we align our personal values with universal laws such as compassion, integrity, and wisdom, we create a harmonious existence that reflects our true selves. This balance empowers us to navigate life's complexities with grace, avoiding unnecessary conflict by accepting things as they are. Through this alignment with nature, we find peace in simplicity and purpose in our daily actions, as each aligns with the natural order. Embracing this Stoic rule, we enhance not only our own well-being but contribute positively to the collective human experience, living with intention and harmony. Impermanence of life is the 6th rule, a profound concept in Stoic philosophy that invites us to embrace the ever-changing nature of existence with acceptance and courage. Imagine a sandcastle at the shore, beautiful in its temporary existence before the tide washes it away. This represents life's transitory nature, where moments, people, and experiences come and go, each carrying its own lesson. Stoics teach that by accepting impermanence, we liberate ourselves from the anxiety of clinging to what was or fearing what might be lost. Consider a sunset, breathtaking yet fleeting, reminding us that beauty often lies in experiences that cannot be held onto. By acknowledging that change is a constant, we learn to cherish the present moment, finding peace in its acceptance. This understanding encourages us to live with purpose and gratitude, knowing that life's fleeting nature makes each experience precious. When facing life's uncertainties, embracing impermanence provides clarity, helping us let go of attachments to outcomes or possessions that are beyond our control. This Stoic perspective fosters resilience, allowing us to gracefully navigate the ebb and flow of life's journey. By internalizing the reality of impermanence, we cultivate a mindset that values presence over permanence, finding solace in the natural rhythms of beginning and ending. Embracing this rule equips us with a profound sense of freedom, enabling us to live fully in each moment without fear of what may change. In doing so, we alleviate the burden of anxiety, replacing it with a serene appreciation for the fluid dance of life, as every moment becomes an opportunity to grow and evolve. Letting go of ego is the seventh rule, emphasizing the importance of minimizing the ego in order to nurture humility and openness. Picture a vast open sky where clouds come and go freely, unburdened by any one form. This imagery aligns with Stoic teachings, which advise us to release the grip of ego that often clouds our judgment and restricts our growth. Imagine the freedom that comes with viewing your accomplishments as part of a greater whole rather than solely your own. By recognizing the interconnectedness of all things, we begin to understand that our successes and failures are not isolated events, but rather contributions to a broader narrative. The Stoics encourage us to consider the temporary nature of status and recognition, seeing them as fleeting moments rather than defining elements of self-worth. By practicing humility, we create space for others' perspectives, enriching our understanding and fostering meaningful connections. Consider the practice of active listening, where you fully engage with another's viewpoint without interjecting your own opinions too quickly. This simple act can dissolve ego-driven barriers, promoting openness and empathy. Furthermore, adopting gratitude for opportunities to learn from others diminishes the ego's desire for dominance, allowing wisdom to flourish. By consistently questioning your assumptions and welcoming feedback, you cultivate a mindset open to growth and transformation. Embracing this rule teaches us that by letting go of the ego, we gain a clearer perception of ourselves and our place within the world, ultimately leading to a life of greater empathy and fulfillment. The eighth rule is embracing simplicity, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy that urges us to strip away the clutter of life and focus on what truly matters. Imagine a clear, open field free of obstacles where you can see the horizon in all its vastness. This represents the clarity and peace that come with simplifying our lives. Stoicism teaches us to reduce the noise of excessive desires, possessions, and distractions that often cloud our judgment and well-being. By valuing simplicity, we align our lives with what is essential, enabling us to find contentment and fulfillment. Imagine the joy of savoring a simple meal, appreciating each flavor, and feeling grateful for nourishment. This act of simplicity emphasizes presence and gratitude, directing our attention to the present moment rather than excess. Consider decluttering your living space or simplifying your commitments, allowing you to create a sanctuary of calm. By eliminating the unnecessary, you free up mental and emotional space, nurturing a sense of peace and focus. The Stoics remind us that true wealth lies not in the accumulation of material goods, but in the richness of experience and relationships. Embracing simplicity encourages us to prioritize quality over quantity, fostering deeper connections with ourselves and others. This approach also extends to how we interact with the world, prompting us to seek solutions that are straightforward and effective without overcomplicating matters. As we embrace this rule, we cultivate a lifestyle that honors clarity and intention, steering us toward genuine happiness and satisfaction. By focusing on simplicity, we transform daily routines into mindful practices, infusing our lives with purpose and joy. The ninth rule focuses on developing inner strength, a vital part of Stoic philosophy that empowers us to withstand life's challenges with confidence and grace. Imagine a mighty oak tree standing tall and firm, deeply rooted yet flexible enough to sway with the wind. This image captures the essence of inner strength, which is built not only on resilience but also on adaptability. Stoicism teaches that true strength comes from within, cultivated through the practice of self-reflection and understanding our thoughts and emotions. Consider the practice of journaling, where you regularly record your thoughts and experiences. This simple yet profound act allows you to observe patterns, fostering self-awareness and clarity. By acknowledging your strengths and identifying areas for growth, you build a foundation of resilience that can withstand external pressures. Stoicism encourages us to challenge limiting beliefs and replace them with empowering thoughts. Imagine facing a difficult situation and, instead of succumbing to doubt, reminding yourself of past triumphs and the wisdom gained from overcoming obstacles. This mindset shift transforms fear into fuel, propelling you forward with courage. Additionally, Stoic practices such as visualization can help strengthen your inner resolve. Picture achieving a challenging goal, vividly imagining the steps and emotions involved. This exercise not only boosts motivation but also prepares your mind for success. Through these practices, we nurture an inner fortitude that allows us to navigate adversity with poise. By embracing this Stoic rule, we unlock our potential, fostering a resilient spirit equipped to handle life's unpredictability. In developing inner strength, we align ourselves with the wisdom of the Stoics, crafting a mindset that thrives in the face of adversity and emerges stronger with each experience. The 10th rule is to prioritize character over wealth, a core belief in Stoicism that stresses the importance of moral integrity above material possessions. Imagine a flourishing garden that thrives not because of lavish decorations but due to the health and strength of its roots. This symbolizes how true wealth lies not in external riches, but in the virtues we cultivate within ourselves. Stoics teach that character is the cornerstone of a fulfilling and contented life, and that material wealth, while not inherently negative, should not be the primary pursuit. Consider the wisdom of prioritizing honesty, courage, and kindness over accumulating riches. Picture an individual who stands true to their principles, even when faced with the allure of wealth. This integrity earns respect and trust, creating lasting fulfillment that wealth alone cannot provide. By focusing on character, we develop a sense of self-worth that is not dependent on financial status or material possessions. The Stoics remind us that riches can come and go, but our character remains a steady guide through life's trials. By nurturing virtues like empathy and humility, we enrich our relationships and communities, leaving a lasting impact far greater than any amount of wealth could achieve. As we embody this rule, we learn to value the essence of who we are over what we have, leading to a life of deeper meaning and satisfaction. Embracing the Stoic principle of character over wealth, we not only elevate ourselves but also inspire those around us to live with purpose and integrity, fostering a world where values take precedence over possessions. By upholding this rule, we ensure our legacy is not measured by wealth accrued, but by the strength and nobility of our character. The 11th rule revolves around practicing self-discipline, a fundamental Stoic principle that empowers us to maintain control over our impulses and desires. Picture a skilled musician who, through hours of dedicated practice, transforms their passion into harmonious melodies. This reflects the Stoic belief in harnessing self-discipline to attain mastery in any area of life. By cultivating this discipline, we gain the strength to resist temptations and focus on what truly matters. Consider the value of setting clear boundaries for yourself, whether in terms of time management, healthy habits, or personal goals. By adhering to these boundaries, you build a framework for consistency and success. Self-discipline also involves making thoughtful decisions, choosing long-term benefits over short-term gratification. Imagine choosing to spend an evening studying or working on a meaningful project instead of succumbing to distractions. This act of discipline nurtures personal growth and achievement, aligning with the Stoic path to virtue. The 12th rule, be virtuous, seamlessly complements self-discipline by emphasizing the cultivation of moral excellence and integrity. Picture a lighthouse steadfastly guiding ships through stormy seas, embodying unwavering virtue amidst life's challenges. Stoicism teaches that true virtue is the highest good, guiding our actions and shaping our character. By acting with honesty, courage, and fairness, we live in harmony with our values and contribute positively to the world around us. Consider the impact of a kind gesture or a fair action, where virtue fosters trust and respect within our communities. The practice of virtue encourages us to reflect on our motives and decisions, striving to align them with the greater good. By combining self-discipline with virtue, we create a powerful synergy that propels us toward a life of purpose and fulfillment. Together, these Stoic pillars provide a solid foundation, enabling us to navigate life's complexities with wisdom and integrity. As we embody these principles, we transform our aspirations into reality, crafting a life that is not only disciplined but also deeply virtuous, enriching ourselves and those around us. Accepting fate is the 13th rule, a central theme in Stoic philosophy that guides us to embrace life's events without resistance. Imagine a river flowing gently downstream, adapting to the path before it without fighting against the current. This analogy captures the essence of accepting fate, where we acknowledge that certain things happen beyond our control. By embracing this Stoic principle, we alleviate the stress and frustration that comes with resisting what is inevitable. Consider the act of surrendering to the rhythm of life, finding peace in the understanding that everything has its time and place. This acceptance opens the door to serenity, allowing us to navigate life's unpredictability with grace. The 14th rule, be patient, complements this acceptance, teaching us the value of patience in our journey. Picture a seed growing silently beneath the earth, nurturing its potential despite the unseen progress. Patience, a virtue celebrated by Stoics, entails understanding that growth and change take time. By practicing patience, we cultivate resilience, learning to withstand the temporary discomfort and uncertainty that often accompany progress. Consider a sculptor who carefully chisels a masterpiece over time, knowing that every small action contributes to the final creation. This patience empowers us to remain steadfast, fostering endurance and strength. The 15th rule, seek wisdom, urges us to continuously pursue knowledge and understanding. Envision a traveler on a lifelong journey, gathering insights and experiences along the way, enriching their perspective. Wisdom, according to Stoicism, is the pinnacle of human excellence, guiding us toward informed decisions and deeper understanding. By actively seeking wisdom, we open ourselves to learning from every situation, whether through books, conversations, or introspection. This commitment to growth refines our judgment and sharpens our ability to navigate life's complexities with insight and reason. Together, these rules create a harmonious approach to life, where accepting fate, being patient, and seeking wisdom become intertwined paths to personal evolution. By integrating these principles, we nurture our inner landscape, cultivating gratitude for each experience and embracing the journey towards self-improvement. As we embody these Stoic teachings, we elevate our capacity to grow, viewing life's challenges not as setbacks but as opportunities for wisdom and growth, ultimately enriching our lives with purpose and meaning. Focusing on actions, not outcomes, is the 16th rule, a transformative Stoic principle that encourages concentrating on what you do rather than being consumed by the results. Imagine planting a seed in a garden. You nurture it with care, yet its growth is influenced by factors beyond your control. This captures the essence of Stoicism, which teaches that while we can direct our efforts and decisions, the outcomes are often shaped by external forces. By focusing on our actions, we liberate ourselves from the anxiety and pressure of achieving specific results. consider the peace that comes with knowing that you've done your best, irrespective of the end result. The 17th rule, which complements this idea, revolves around detachment from outcomes. Picture a sculptor carving with dedication, yet accepting the unpredictability of the final masterpiece. Detachment doesn't mean lack of care. Rather, it's about understanding that while we control our actions, the final outcome is not always ours to determine. This Stoic ideal allows us to engage fully in the present moment, investing our energy in what we can do here and now. By embracing these principles, we build resilience against disappointment and frustration, knowing that true fulfillment lies in our dedication and effort, not in the outcome. This mindset shift empowers us to approach each task with clarity and purpose, finding joy in the process itself rather than being tethered to specific expectations. In essence, by focusing on our actions and letting go of the need to control the end result, we cultivate a sense of freedom, allowing life to unfold naturally and enriching our journey with serenity and wisdom. Choosing your influences wisely is the 18th rule, a pivotal aspect of Stoic philosophy that underscores the importance of surrounding yourself with positive influences that elevate and align with your values. Imagine a vibrant garden flourishing because each plant is nurtured by healthy soil, clear sunlight, and refreshing rain. This metaphor reflects how our surroundings and the people we interact with shape our personal growth and development. Stoics emphasize the power of influence, recognizing that the company we keep can profoundly impact our thoughts, attitudes, and behaviors. Consider the effects of spending time with individuals who encourage growth, inspire creativity, and uplift your spirit. These positive influences act as catalysts, fostering resilience and empowerment. Picture the wisdom gained from conversations that challenge your perspectives, or the encouragement received from a mentor who believes in your potential. By deliberately choosing influences that align with your ideals, you build a network that supports your journey towards virtue and inner peace. This conscious selection extends beyond personal relationships to include the information you consume, such as books, media, and even social environments. Imagine curating your digital space with content that inspires and educates, nurturing your mind with positive insights. This mindful curation ensures that you are continuously aligned with the Stoic commitment to wisdom and growth. By surrounding yourself with these influences, you create an environment conducive to personal evolution, where negativity and distractions are minimized, allowing you to thrive. Embracing this Stoic rule empowers you to craft a life enriched by meaningful connections and purposeful influences, guiding you toward a path of virtue and fulfillment. Embracing change is the 19th rule, a core tenet of Stoicism that emphasizes the significance of adaptability in navigating life's ever-shifting landscape. Imagine a river winding through various terrains, its waters gracefully adjusting to obstacles and contours without losing its essence. This fluidity epitomizes the Stoic approach to change, which invites us to accept and adapt to life's transitions rather than resist them. In recognizing that change is an inevitable and constant force, we cultivate a mindset geared towards flexibility and resilience. Consider the benefits of viewing each change as an opportunity for growth and exploration, a chance to learn something new or to reinvent oneself. This perspective transforms uncertainty into a pathway for discovery, where adaptability becomes a strength rather than a source of fear. Picture a tree bending in the wind, its flexibility preventing it from breaking. Similarly, our ability to adapt can shield us from the harshness of unexpected changes. The Stoics remind us that resistance to change often breeds suffering and stagnation, whereas embracing it fosters innovation and vitality. By practicing this rule, we develop the capacity to welcome change with open arms, finding stability within ourselves amidst external shifts. Imagine approaching life's transitions with curiosity and courage, using each experience as a stepping stone toward personal evolution. This mindset frees us from the confines of rigidity, allowing us to flow through life with grace and confidence. As we internalize this principle, we learn that true strength lies not in remaining static but in our willingness to transform and evolve. Embracing change empowers us to experience life in its full dynamic beauty, where each moment offers new possibilities and the freedom to shape our future. By aligning with this Stoic teaching, we not only weather the storms of change but thrive in their wake, crafting a life defined by growth and adaptability. Practicing empathy is the 20th rule, integral to Stoic philosophy, emphasizing the importance of understanding and sharing the feelings of others to build authentic connections. Imagine putting yourself in someone else's shoes, seeing the world through their eyes and feeling their joys and struggles. This act of empathy breaks down barriers and fosters deeper relationships, allowing us to connect on a human level. Stoicism teaches that by practicing empathy, we cultivate a sense of unity with others, acknowledging that we are all part of a shared human experience. Consider taking a moment to actively listen to a friend or colleague, not just hearing their words but understanding the emotions behind them. This empathetic engagement invites others to freely express themselves, creating a safe space for open dialogue. The 21st rule, practice compassion, complements empathy by encouraging us to act kindly and supportively towards others. Picture extending a helping hand to someone in need, offering your time, resources, or simply your presence. Compassion moves us beyond mere understanding to actionable kindness, reflecting the Stoic belief in caring for the welfare of others. By practicing compassion, we enhance the well-being of those around us and contribute to a nurturing community. Stoics remind us that compassion is not a sign of weakness but of strength, a choice to extend grace and generosity. Imagine the impact of small acts of kindness, such as a comforting word or a gesture of support, which can ripple through our relationships and society at large. By integrating empathy and compassion into our daily interactions, we forge bonds that are not only strong but also meaningful. These Stoic principles guide us to live with purpose and integrity, elevating both ourselves and those we encounter. Embracing them fosters a world where empathy and compassion are the foundations of our connections, enriching our lives with genuine relationships and mutual understanding. Self-reflection is the 22nd rule, a crucial Stoic practice that involves examining our inner world to gain clarity and understanding. Picture a calm lake mirroring the sky's beauty, reflecting truth and purity. This imagery captures the essence of self-reflection, where introspection acts as a mirror to our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Stoicism teaches us that through regular self-reflection, we can better understand ourselves and make informed decisions. Consider taking time each day to ponder your experiences, perhaps journaling about your feelings or evaluating your choices. This practice helps reveal patterns and insights, allowing us to identify areas for growth and recognize our strengths. Imagine asking yourself questions such as what motivated your actions or how you could have responded differently. This form of questioning digs deep into our psyche, fostering greater self-awareness and wisdom. By engaging in self-reflection, we align with the Stoic pursuit of knowledge and virtue, cultivating a mindset that embraces continuous improvement. It empowers us to learn from past mistakes without harsh judgment, transforming them into valuable lessons. Picture reflecting on a challenging situation, viewing it as an opportunity for growth rather than failure. This mindset shift fosters resilience, enabling us to navigate life with greater understanding and intentionality. Embracing self-reflection as a daily routine creates a foundation of clarity and purpose, guiding us toward a more enlightened existence. By investing time in knowing ourselves, we enhance our ability to make decisions that reflect our values and aspirations. In following this Stoic rule, we embark on a journey of self-discovery, enriching our lives with authenticity and wisdom. Through the lens of self-reflection, we uncover the truths within, crafting a life marked by informed choices and personal fulfillment. Honesty is the 23rd rule, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy that defines the essence of personal integrity and trustworthiness. Imagine a clear, unclouded mirror reflecting an image that is true and unwavering. This represents the Stoic commitment to honesty, where truthfulness is not just an action but a vital way of being. Stoicism teaches that by embracing honesty, we align our words and actions with reality, fostering trust and authenticity in our relationships. Consider the strength that comes from speaking the truth, even when it is difficult, and the respect it garners from others who value sincerity. This integrity forms the foundation of dependable relationships, where mutual trust is built upon the assurance of honest communication. Picture a world where honesty prevails, creating communities rooted in transparency and genuine connections. The Stoics emphasize that honesty is not merely about avoiding falsehood, but about living authentically, where one's inner values are consistently mirrored in outward actions. By committing to honesty, we free ourselves from the burdens of deceit and the fear of exposure, nurturing a life of openness and peace. This steadfast adherence to truth strengthens our character, allowing us to navigate life's challenges with a calm and clear conscience. Imagine the freedom that comes with being entirely honest with oneself, recognizing our true motives and desires without self-deception. This self-honesty is just as critical as it guides us towards personal growth and self-improvement. Embracing honesty as a Stoic virtue invites us to live with courage and integrity, creating a ripple effect that inspires others to do the same. By fostering a culture of honesty, we contribute to a world where trust is valued above all, and each interaction is marked by transparency and respect. In practicing this rule, we not only elevate ourselves but also cultivate an environment where authenticity thrives, enriching our lives with meaningful connections and a sense of genuine security. Managing desires is the 24th rule, a fundamental Stoic principle that emphasizes the importance of controlling our wants to maintain balance and contentment. Imagine a serene landscape where each element exists in harmony without striving for more than its place in the natural order. This reflects the Stoic wisdom of moderating desires, recognizing that unchecked cravings often lead to dissatisfaction and distraction from what truly matters. Stoicism teaches us that by curbing excessive desires, we liberate ourselves from the endless pursuit of more, allowing space for genuine fulfillment. Consider the simplicity of appreciating what you already have, rather than desiring what you lack. By focusing on the essentials, we nurture a mindset of gratitude and sufficiency, reducing the anxiety that stems from wanting more. Picture the contentment of enjoying a peaceful moment or the company of loved ones, finding joy in simplicity rather than material abundance. The 25th rule, accept mortality, complements this by urging us to acknowledge the inevitable nature of life's end, fostering a deeper appreciation for the present. Imagine a candle slowly burning, its light a precious yet temporary gift that illuminates our path. Acknowledging mortality, Stoics believe, invites us to live with purpose and urgency, cherishing each moment as a singular opportunity. By accepting the finite nature of existence, we become more intentional with our time and interactions, prioritizing meaningful experiences over fleeting indulgences. Consider the thoughtfulness that arises when we treat each day as a chance to create memories and impact others positively. This awareness of life's transitory nature encourages us to live authentically, aligning our actions with our values and aspirations. By managing desires and accepting mortality, we ground ourselves in the reality of what truly matters, crafting a life enriched with depth and purpose. These Stoic teachings remind us that fulfillment is found not in the pursuit of endless desires, but in embracing the present with wisdom and gratitude. Together, they guide us to a life where each moment is embraced with clarity and appreciation, moving us beyond the superficial to a place of profound inner peace. In integrating these principles, we discover a path to a more meaningful and balanced existence, grounded in the awareness of life's true impermanence and beauty. Avoid complaining is the 26th rule, a Stoic practice that encourages us to cultivate a positive attitude by minimizing complaints and dwelling on the negatives. Picture a serene lake, undisturbed and calm, mirroring the beauty around it without ripples of discontent. This imagery captures the Stoic ideal of embracing life with acceptance, finding ways to appreciate rather than criticize. Stoicism teaches that by reducing complaints, we shift our focus from problems to possibilities, allowing us to approach life with gratitude and optimism. Consider the benefits of reframing a challenging situation by focusing on solutions or lessons rather than grievances. This mindset not only uplifts our spirit but also influences those around us, nurturing a positive environment. The 27th rule, forgive others, complements this approach by emphasizing the release of resentment and grudges to foster inner peace. Imagine a river flowing freely, unburdened by obstacles, symbolizing forgiveness as a path to emotional liberation. By practicing forgiveness, we let go of past hurts, freeing ourselves from the weight of anger and negativity. Stoics remind us that forgiveness is not about condoning wrongs, but about choosing peace and moving forward. Picture the lightness that comes with forgiving someone who has wronged you, opening space for healing and new possibilities. This act of forgiveness nurtures empathy and understanding, strengthening our relationships and personal growth. By combining the practices of avoiding complaints and forgiving others, we foster a mindset that embraces positivity and compassion. This harmonious blend allows us to approach each day with a clear heart and open mind, enhancing our well-being and enriching our interactions. Embracing these Stoic principles, we cultivate a life where peace and gratitude prevail, empowering us to navigate challenges with grace and understanding, ultimately crafting a world where kindness and forgiveness flourish. Rejecting superstition is the 28th rule, a core Stoic principle that encourages us to let go of irrational beliefs and superstitions that cloud our judgment. Picture a clear sky, unobstructed by illusions or myths, allowing you to see the world with clarity and reason. Stoicism teaches that by discarding superstitions, we free ourselves from unnecessary fears and distractions, enabling us to focus on reality and truth. Consider the empowerment that comes with relying on logic and evidence, rather than being swayed by baseless fears or traditions. This rational mindset fosters a sense of groundedness, where decisions are made based on wisdom and understanding rather than superstition. By embracing this rule, we cultivate a perspective that values knowledge and clarity, enriching our lives with informed choices. The 29th rule, face fears, complements this by urging us to confront our fears with courage and resilience. Imagine a warrior standing firm, facing the unknown with confidence and determination. Stoicism emphasizes that by acknowledging and confronting our fears, we diminish their power over us, transforming obstacles into opportunities for growth. Consider the strength that arises from stepping out of your comfort zone and facing challenges head-on, knowing that each experience builds resilience and fortitude. This courageous approach not only enhances our personal development, but also empowers us to tackle life's uncertainties with poise and confidence. The 30th rule, balance emotions, invites us to navigate our emotional landscape with harmony and wisdom. Picture a calm sea where waves gently come and go, reflecting a balanced and serene state of being. Stoicism teaches that balancing emotions involves acknowledging and understanding them without being overwhelmed. By maintaining emotional equilibrium, we can respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, fostering a sense of inner peace and clarity. Consider the practice of pausing before reacting, allowing yourself time to process emotions and choose a measured response. This practice nurtures self-awareness and emotional intelligence, enabling us to live with mindfulness and intentionality. By integrating these principles, we craft a life where superstition is replaced by reason, fears are transformed into courage, and emotions are balanced with wisdom. These interconnected practices guide us toward a more enlightened existence, where clarity, strength, and harmony become the cornerstones of our journey. Embracing these Stoic teachings, we create a foundation for living with purpose and clarity, empowering us to navigate life's complexities with grace and understanding. Speak wisely is the 31st rule, a vital Stoic principle that underscores the power of mindful and deliberate communication. Imagine a single droplet of water creating ripples across a still pond. Each word you speak has the potential to influence and shape your surroundings. Stoicism teaches that by choosing our words with care, we create an environment of understanding and clarity. Consider the impact of speaking thoughtfully, where each word is infused with intention and purpose, fostering trust and respect in our relationships. This practice involves pausing before speaking, ensuring our words are both necessary and kind. Picture the strength of an honest conversation, where truth is expressed with compassion, leading to genuine connections. By speaking wisely, we align our communication with Stoic values, promoting harmony and authenticity in all interactions. The 32nd rule, listen actively, complements this by emphasizing the importance of truly hearing others. Imagine a river absorbing the sounds of the forest. Listening actively involves engaging fully with the speaker, capturing not just their words but the emotions and meanings behind them. Stoicism encourages us to listen with openness and empathy, creating a space where individuals feel valued and understood. Consider the power of being present in a conversation, where distractions are set aside to focus entirely on the person before you. This attentive listening nurtures deeper relationships, allowing for honest dialogue and mutual respect. By practicing these Stoic principles, we elevate our interactions, enriching both our lives and those around us through meaningful communication. Embracing this harmonious blend of wise speaking and active listening, we craft a world where understanding prevails, guiding us toward a life of connection and insight. Appreciating beauty is the 33rd rule, a vital Stoic principle that invites us to find wonder and joy in the world around us. Imagine witnessing a breathtaking sunrise where the sky transforms into a canvas of vibrant colors. This reflects the Stoic belief that beauty lies in the simplicity and grace of nature and life. By cultivating an awareness of beauty, whether in art, music, nature, or a simple smile, we enrich our lives with gratitude and joy. Consider taking moments throughout your day to pause and appreciate the elegance of a blooming flower, the melody of a bird's song, or the warmth in a loved one's laughter. This practice of mindful appreciation nurtures our spirit and enhances our connection to the world. The 34th rule, value family, highlights the importance of cherishing and investing in our relationships with loved ones. Picture a strong, interconnected web of threads, symbolizing the bonds of family that provide support and strength. Stoicism teaches us that family forms the foundation of our emotional well-being and guides us through life's journey. By valuing family, we recognize the significance of nurturing these connections through time, love, and understanding. Imagine the fulfillment of sharing meaningful conversations, offering support in times of need, and celebrating life's milestones together. These interactions deepen our sense of belonging and foster resilience, reminding us of the love and support that surround us. The 35th rule, pursue knowledge, embraces the Stoic commitment to lifelong learning and intellectual growth. Envision a vast library filled with books, each one a gateway to new ideas and perspectives. Stoicism encourages us to seek wisdom through exploration, study, and reflection, enhancing our understanding of the world and ourselves. By pursuing knowledge, whether through reading, engaging in thoughtful discussions, or introspection, we expand our horizons and sharpen our ability to navigate life's complexities. Consider the empowerment that comes from mastering a new skill, unraveling a philosophical concept, or gaining insight from a wise mentor. This pursuit not only enriches our minds but also aligns us with the Stoic ideal of virtue and self-improvement. Together, these principles of appreciating beauty, valuing family, and pursuing knowledge create a harmonious approach to life, where fulfillment is found in the richness of experience and relationships. By embracing these Stoic teachings, we cultivate a well-rounded existence full of purpose, connection, and growth. Find joy in service is the 36th rule, a beautiful Stoic principle that emphasizes the fulfillment derived from serving others and contributing to the larger community. Imagine the warmth of a candle spreading light around a room, casting a glow that brightens every corner. Similarly, when we engage in acts of service, we illuminate our lives and those around us with kindness and compassion. Stoicism teaches that true joy comes from transcending self-interest and embracing the well-being of others. Picture the sense of satisfaction in offering a helping hand to those in need or volunteering your time to support a cause that resonates with your values. This selfless engagement not only uplifts the spirits of those we assist, but also enriches our own lives with purpose and connection. Consider the fulfillment that arises from mentoring a young individual, planting trees for future generations, or simply offering a listening ear to someone who needs it. By prioritizing service, we align ourselves with the Stoic understanding that happiness is intertwined with the collective good. This principle encourages us to recognize that our actions, no matter how small, contribute to the tapestry of humanity, fostering a world where empathy and cooperation prevail. By finding joy in service, we nurture a sense of belonging and gratitude, strengthening the bonds that unite us. Embracing this rule transforms everyday interactions into opportunities for creating positive impact and spreading joy. By integrating service into our lives, we discover the beauty of living not just for ourselves but for the shared betterment of all, crafting a legacy rooted in compassion and harmony. Avoid gossip is the 37th rule, a key Stoic principle that highlights the importance of steering clear of gossip to maintain mental clarity and integrity. Imagine a pond undisturbed by ripples where the water remains clear and serene. This embodies the Stoic idea of avoiding gossip, which often disturbs our peace with trivial and negative distractions. Consider the empowerment of refraining from engaging in idle talk that centers around others' affairs, focusing instead on nurturing positive and meaningful communication. By choosing not to partake in gossip, we preserve our energy and attention for more significant matters, fostering a mindset that values respect and sincerity. This conscious decision enhances our relationships, building trust and authenticity with those around us. Picture the tranquility of a mind unburdened by the noise of rumors, allowing space for wisdom and understanding to flourish. By embracing this practice, we align with the Stoic commitment to live with integrity and purpose, where our words and actions reflect our values. Pursue excellence is the 38th rule, a Stoic ideal that encourages us to strive for personal growth and mastery. Imagine a sculptor meticulously crafting a statue, each chip and carve bringing them closer to their vision of perfection. This pursuit of excellence reflects the Stoic understanding that we are constantly in a state of becoming, where dedication to self-improvement is paramount. Consider the joy and fulfillment that arise from setting clear goals and working diligently towards them, whether in personal development, career, or hobbies. This focus on excellence motivates us to hone our skills and expand our capabilities, fostering a sense of purpose and achievement. By channeling our efforts towards personal excellence, we cultivate a life imbued with meaning and satisfaction. Picture the empowerment that comes from overcoming challenges and achieving milestones, each success reinforcing our commitment to growth. Stoicism teaches that this pursuit is not about comparing ourselves to others, but about becoming the best version of ourselves. By embracing these principles of avoiding gossip and pursuing excellence, we align our lives with clarity and purpose, crafting a path marked by integrity and fulfillment. Together, they empower us to rise above distractions, focusing on what truly matters and nurturing a life rich in achievement and meaningful connections. Living with purpose is the 39th rule, a fundamental Stoic value that guides us to infuse our lives with meaning and intentionality. Imagine a compass, steadfast and reliable, guiding an explorer through uncharted terrains. This embodies the Stoic notion of living with purpose, where our actions and choices are aligned with our deepest values and goals. Stoicism teaches us to identify what truly matters, directing our energy towards endeavors that resonate with our authentic selves. Picture the clarity and fulfillment that arise from pursuing activities and relationships that contribute to a life of significance. By setting clear intentions and reflecting on our aspirations, we harness the power to shape our destinies, carving a path that reflects our true purpose. This focus empowers us to navigate life with confidence and conviction, knowing that each step aligns with our higher purpose. The 40th rule, stay humble, emphasizes the importance of maintaining humility in our pursuits and interactions. Imagine a towering tree, majestic yet grounded, drawing strength from its roots. Stoicism reminds us that humility is not a sign of weakness, but a powerful strength that allows us to remain open to learning and growth. Consider the wisdom that comes from acknowledging our limitations and appreciating the perspectives of others. By practicing humility, we cultivate a mindset of curiosity and empathy, fostering meaningful connections and personal development. This attitude keeps our ego in check, enabling us to navigate successes and challenges with grace and modesty. The 41st rule, respect others, highlights the significance of honoring the dignity and worth of those around us. Picture a garden where diverse plants coexist in harmony, each contributing to the beauty of the whole. Stoicism teaches us that respect is the foundation of harmonious relationships, where kindness and consideration guide our actions. By treating others with respect, we nurture a community built on trust and understanding. Consider the impact of acknowledging someone's efforts or listening with an open heart, gestures that elevate our interactions and create bonds of mutual respect. Embracing respect invites us to look beyond differences, recognizing the shared humanity that unites us all. By integrating these principles of living with purpose, staying humble, and respecting others, we craft a life marked by meaning, integrity, and empathy. Together, these Stoic teachings provide a roadmap for navigating the complexities of life, empowering us to cultivate a world where purpose, humility, and respect are the cornerstones of our existence. Maintain determination is the 42nd rule, a guiding Stoic principle that underscores the value of remaining steadfast in pursuing our goals despite challenges. Imagine a lighthouse standing resolute against stormy seas, its unwavering light a symbol of endurance and commitment. This captures the essence of determination, where persistence and focus enable us to navigate obstacles and stay true to our path. Stoicism teaches us that by cultivating determination, we harness the power to overcome setbacks and continue moving forward. Consider the strength that arises from setting clear intentions and diligently working toward them, even when faced with adversity. This steadfastness fuels our progress, reinforcing our resolve to achieve what we set out to accomplish. Picture an artist laboriously crafting their masterpiece, each stroke of the brush a testament to their dedication. The 43rd rule, cultivate courage, complements determination by emphasizing the courage needed to face fears and embrace challenges head-on. Imagine a warrior charging into battle with bravery and conviction, not in the absence of fear but in spite of it. Stoicism reminds us that courage is not about being fearless, but about acting in the face of fear. Consider the empowerment that comes with stepping out of your comfort zone and confronting uncertainties with confidence. This courage emboldens us to pursue our passions, make bold decisions, and embrace new experiences. By nurturing courage, we build resilience and fortitude, equipping ourselves to tackle life's tests with poise. Together, maintaining determination and cultivating courage form a powerful alliance that propels us towards our goals, transforming obstacles into opportunities for growth. As we embody these Stoic teachings, we discover the strength to persevere and the bravery to venture into the unknown, crafting a life enriched with purpose and achievement. Embracing these principles empowers us to live boldly and resolutely, forging a path that reflects our true potential and aspirations. Practice moderation is the 44th rule, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy that emphasizes living with balance and restraint. Imagine a perfectly tuned instrument where each string is neither too tight nor too loose, producing harmonious music. This represents the Stoic ideal of moderation, where excess is avoided and a steady equilibrium is maintained. By practicing moderation, we free ourselves from the extremes that can lead to chaos and dissatisfaction. Consider the peace that comes with savoring just enough, whether it's in food, work, or leisure, allowing us to fully enjoy life's experiences without overindulgence. This balanced approach nurtures our well-being, fostering a lifestyle that prioritizes quality over quantity. The 45th rule, be content, builds on this foundation by encouraging us to find satisfaction in what we have rather than constantly seeking more. Picture a gentle stream flowing steadily, content with its path, unaffected by the rush of a river. Stoicism teaches us that contentment arises from appreciating the present moment and embracing simplicity. By valuing the blessings in our lives and letting go of comparisons to others, we cultivate a serene and fulfilling existence. Reflect on the joy that comes from cherishing a quiet moment or expressing gratitude for a simple pleasure. This mindset shifts our focus from what we lack to recognizing the abundance already present, fostering inner peace. The 46th rule, show gratitude, complements this by urging us to actively express thankfulness for the gifts and experiences we encounter. Imagine a blooming garden, vibrant and lush, nurtured by the gratitude of its caretaker. Gratitude transforms our perspective, allowing us to see beauty and positivity in every situation. By acknowledging the kindness of others and the wonders of the world, we deepen our sense of connection and joy. Consider the warmth that arises from a heartfelt thank you or the meaningfulness of recognizing a loved one's efforts. This practice of gratitude enriches our relationships and strengthens our mental and emotional resilience. Together, practicing moderation, finding contentment, and showing gratitude weave a tapestry of balance and harmony in our lives. These interconnected principles empower us to live with appreciation and mindfulness, creating a life where fulfillment is found in simplicity and gratitude. By embracing these Stoic teachings, we cultivate a state of being that is both peaceful and purposeful, transforming everyday moments into a celebration of life. Accept responsibility is the 47th rule, a foundational Stoic principle that encourages us to acknowledge our role in shaping our lives and owning the consequences of our actions. Imagine a captain steering a ship, taking charge of the course while navigating the vast sea. This captures the essence of accepting responsibility, where we lead our lives with accountability and integrity. Stoicism teaches that by taking responsibility, we empower ourselves to make conscious choices and learn from our experiences. Consider the strength that arises from acknowledging a mistake and actively seeking to rectify it, transforming setbacks into stepping stones for growth. Taking responsibility fosters a sense of ownership and control, allowing us to steer our lives with purpose and clarity. Picture a sculptor refining their art, each chisel stroke a deliberate decision shaping the final masterpiece. The 48th rule, cultivate inner peace, complements this by emphasizing the importance of nurturing a tranquil state of mind amidst life's turbulence. Imagine a serene landscape where a gentle breeze softly moves the trees, embodying calmness and harmony. Stoicism guides us to cultivate inner peace by focusing on our thoughts and responses rather than external circumstances. Consider the relief that comes from letting go of anger and accepting what we cannot change, creating space for calm and acceptance. This practice encourages us to seek balance and harmony within, grounding ourselves in the present moment. Picture a meditative practice where deep breaths center the mind and anchor us to tranquility. By cultivating inner peace, we build resilience and emotional strength, equipping ourselves to handle life's challenges with grace. Together, accepting responsibility and cultivating inner peace form a powerful foundation for a life of integrity and serenity. As we embody these Stoic teachings, we learn to navigate our journey with intention, crafting a life enriched by self-awareness and inner harmony. Embracing these principles empowers us to face each day with clarity and poise, forging a path that reflects our true values and aspirations. Be adaptable is the 49th rule, a fundamental Stoic principle that highlights the importance of flexibility in navigating life's ever-evolving journey. Imagine a bamboo tree swaying gracefully with the wind, bending without breaking. This embodies the Stoic belief in adaptability, where we adjust to change without losing our core essence. Stoicism teaches that by being adaptable, we enhance our resilience and capacity to thrive amidst uncertainty. Consider the strength that emerges from welcoming change as an opportunity for growth, viewing each new situation as a chance to learn and evolve. This mindset empowers us to embrace the unknown with courage and creativity, making the most of each experience. Picture a river finding its path around rocks and obstacles, symbolizing our ability to navigate challenges with poise and determination. By fostering adaptability, we remain open to new possibilities, transforming potential setbacks into stepping stones. Seek balance is the 50th and final rule, a guiding Stoic value that emphasizes the harmony between different facets of life. Imagine a perfectly balanced scale where each side contributes to the equilibrium of the whole. This reflects the Stoic ideal of seeking balance, encouraging us to live with moderation and intention. Stoicism reminds us that balance is the key to maintaining inner peace and well-being, where neither work nor leisure dominates our time. Consider the fulfillment that arises from devoting energy to various aspects of life, nurturing relationships, pursuing passions, and caring for our physical and mental health. This balanced approach allows us to experience life in its fullness, avoiding burnout and fostering contentment. Picture the serenity that comes from finding harmony in our daily routines, where priorities are aligned with our values and goals. By seeking balance, we create a foundation for sustainable happiness and growth, ensuring that each area of life is nurtured and valued. Together, being adaptable and seeking balance form a comprehensive framework for a fulfilling Stoic life, guiding us toward resilience and harmony. As we embrace these final Stoic teachings, we craft a life enriched by flexibility and equilibrium, navigating the complexities of existence with grace and wisdom. These principles inspire us to approach each day with adaptability and purpose, creating a life where growth and balance are the cornerstones of our journey. Reflecting on these 50 Stoic rules, we uncover an encompassing philosophy that transcends time, offering a roadmap to navigate life's complexities with grace and wisdom. Each rule reveals a facet of Stoic thought that encourages us to cultivate resilience, embrace simplicity, and live with intention. By understanding what lies within our control, embracing the ebb and flow of life's challenges, and nurturing gratitude, we lay a foundation for inner peace and contentment. Practicing mindfulness and empathy alongside fostering an adaptable mindset equips us to face an ever-evolving world while maintaining our core values. These practices ripple through our actions, transforming our interactions and relationships with others into sources of strength and understanding. As we prioritize character over wealth and embrace virtues like honesty and perseverance, we build a life driven by integrity and compassion. The Stoic path invites us to find joy in serving others and to seek balance in all things, ensuring a life rich in purpose and fulfillment. By integrating these principles, we empower ourselves to rise above superficial desires, embrace the present moment, and understand that true wealth is found in a life well lived. I encourage you to reflect on these teachings, considering how each can be woven into the fabric of your daily life. Share your experiences and insights in the comments section below, and let us foster a community of growth and shared wisdom. If you found value in this exploration, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more insights into the powerful philosophy of Stoicism. Join us on this journey of learning and transformation, and let's continue to explore the profound impact these principles can have on our lives.